Hello everyone and welcome to my Stamina Warden Healer build for PvP. Let's start with the gear that I'm using. So for my monster set, I'm using the Symphony of Blade set. Adds 4% healing done, and when you heal an ally who is under 50% of their primary resource, grant them Meridia's Favor, which restores 2,325 magicka or stamina every 1 second for 6 seconds. This effect can occur once every 18 seconds. The resource returned is based off the target's highest maximum resource. So this set is the set that you want to be using once you finish the build. This is the set that I used when I first started with this build, the Sentinel set, because I'm not even going to try to say that word. So this set adds 4% healing done, and when you heal yourself or an ally, you have a 10% chance to summon a Dwemer Spider that heals for 1,567 health and restores 524 stamina to you and your allies within 5 meters every 1 second for 8 seconds. This effect can occur once every 15 seconds. And so for the head piece, I am using a multi-effect enchantment and a Divine's trait. Then the shoulders, these shoulder sets did come with a maximum magicka enchantment, I think, so I had to switch it over to maximum stamina, and these are both in Divines. Then for the rest of the armor, I am using the Powerful Assault set. Adds 1,206 maximum health, 1,096 maximum stamina, and 129 weapon damage. When you cast an assault ability, you increase your weapon and spell damage and the weapon and spell damage of up to 3 allies within 10 meters by 164 for 15 seconds. You use assault abilities a lot because you are using vigor quite often. So for the chest and leg pieces, I'm using a multi-effect enchantment, and these are both with an infused trait. For the rest, they are in Divines with a maximum stamina enchantment. For my jewelry and weapons, I am using the Battalion Defender set. Adds 1,206 maximum health, 1,096 maximum stamina, adds 4% healing done, and after successfully blocking, heal yourself or a group member within 15 meters of you for 2,989 health. This effect can occur every 1 second. So the trait that I'm using for my jewelry is the Triune trait. Until you unlock the Triune trait though, I suggest using a stamina for 2 of them, and then health for 1 of them. So maybe a health necklace and stamina on the 2 rings. But the necklace has a weapon damage enchantment. The rings have a reduced stamina cost and stamina recovery enchantment. And then the weapons, I have 1 with powered trait and 1 with a Nirnhorn trait. The one with the powered trait has an absorb stamina enchantment, and the Nirnhorned bow has a weapon damage enchantment. So starting off though, I did use willpower bows in jewelry because they are very useful, but make sure that you have a powered and Nirnhorned bow. You can find them really cheaply on Guild Traders. Research just those 2 traits and they're pretty easy to find. But the traits are pretty important. Alright, next let's talk about food. So for my drink, I am using Dubious Comoran Throne. Increase stamina recovery by 278, max stamina by 2,520, and max health by 2,730. This is a good alternative food to use. The braised rabbit with spring vegetables. Increase max health by 5,395 and max stamina by 4,936 for 1 hour. There's the sticky noodles, I think is another good one. 1 minute. Well, another food that's good to use is the Longfin pasty with melon sauce. Increase max health by 4,462 and max magicka and max stamina by 4,105 for 2 hours. So this is another really good food to use. Okay, another food that you can get is the Arteum takeaway broth. It increases max health by 3,724, health recovery by 351, max stamina by 3,458, and stamina recovery by 319 for 2 hours. It is something that can be crafted, but it's pretty difficult to find the recipe, so you should be able to find it in the guild trader, though. Okay, moving on to attributes. So I put most of the points into stamina with 2 into health, just to increase my health by a little tiny bit. My Mundus stone that I'm using is the Ritual. It increases healing done by 13%. The potions that I like to use, but I like to use Crown Tri-Restoration Potion or the Panacea of Health, which I don't currently have on the build, but they're both really good. Let me see my potion. Okay, so the Crown Tri-Restoration Potion restores 12,511 health, 7,582 magicka, and 7,582 stamina immediately. Grants major fortitude, major intellect, and major endurance, which increase your health recovery, magicka recovery, and stamina recovery by 20% for 47.3 seconds. These effects are scaled based on your level, and it has a 45-second cooldown, which is the problem with this, is the cooldown. So if you can get your hands on a Panacea of Health, it's better. So the skills, let's move on to the skills. So for skills, I have Vigor, and for the morph, I am using Echoing Vigor. Let loose a battle cry, instilling you and your allies with resolve and healing for 21,168 health over 10 seconds. This is the only Vigor morph that heals your allies now, so it's best if you get this one, if you're going to be a healer. Then Soothing Spores, seed a large area of mushrooms in front of you, healing you and your allies for 874 health. Heals for 15% more on allies that are within 8 meters of you. And this is the Stamina morph. The Bullnetch, call a Bullnetch to your side, which restores 5,376 stamina to you over 27 seconds, and grants you major sorcery and major brutality, increasing your spell and weapon damage by 20%. Then Ring of Preservation now heals people around you, so now heals your allies, which is awesome because it's another stamina healing skill and we needed more of those. So brand the earth at your location with a rune of protection for 20 seconds. You and your allies in the area gain minor protection and minor endurance, reducing damage taken over 8% and increasing stamina recovery by 10%, and are healed for 771 every 0.5 seconds. Then Overflowing Altar. Sacrifice your life essence to conjure a fountain of blood to apply minor lifesteal to enemies in the area, healing you and your allies for 895 health every 1 second when damaging them. Allies in the area can activate the Blood Feast synergy, healing for 65% of their max health. Then the ultimate that I am using is Healing Thicket. Spell a healing forest at the target location, instantly healing the most injured friendly target for 10,487 health. The forest continues to heal you and your allies in the area for 3,494 health every 1 second for 6 seconds. The healing over time will continue to heal you or your allies for 4 seconds after leaving the forest. And then this is the damage dealing line. Razor Caltrops. Hurl a ball of Caltrops that scatter over the target area, dealing 682 physical damage every 1 second to enemies inside and reducing their movement speed by 50%. Enemies who take damage from the Caltrops have major fracture applied to them, reducing their physical resistance by 5,280 for 4 seconds. Lethal Arrow. Plant a masterfully aimed arrow in an enemy's vital spot, dealing 9,232 poison damage and applying the poison status effect. Also afflicts enemy with minor defile, which reduces their healing received and health recovery by 15% for 4 seconds. This skill just got buffed a bit by increasing the damage by 9%, I think, which is pretty awesome because I like the skill a lot. Green Lotus. Embrace the Lotus Blessing, causing your light attacks to restore 1,838 health, and your fully charged heavy attacks to restore 5,516 health to you or a nearby ally for 20 seconds. You'll gain major savagery, increasing your weapon critical rating by 2,191 for 20 seconds. Expansive Frost Cloak. Wrap a thick cloak of ice around you and your allies. The ice grants major resolve and major ward, increasing your physical and spell resistance by 5,280 for 24 seconds. Bird of Prey. Invoke the Spirit of Agility to gain major expedition 6 seconds, increasing your movement speed by 30%. While slotted, gain minor berserk, increasing damage done by 8%. And then I have Aggressive Warhorn right now for the ultimate. Sound a warhorn to rally your forces, increasing you and your allies' max magicka and max stamina by 10% for 30 seconds. You and your allies gain major force, increasing your critical damage by 15% for 10 seconds. Another skill that there's two other skills that I would suggest putting there if you don't have Warhorn yet. So Permafrost, twist a violent storm around you, dealing 4,019 frost damage every 1 second for 8 seconds to enemies around you and reducing their movement speed by 40%. You and nearby allies gain major protection, reducing your damage taken by 30%. Damaging an enemy 3 times with the storm will stun them for 3 seconds. It's also a very useful skill. Then you can also use the Bow ultimate. Summon a turret to unleash a barrage of arrows at an enemy, dealing 45,760 physical damage over 60 seconds. Now for the passives. I unlocked every single passive for all of the class skills and for all of the bow passive abilities. And for armor, I have all of the passives for medium armor unlocked, and the top 3 for light and heavy armor unlocked. In World, I have all of the soul magic passives unlocked, and then for Ledgerman, I have improved hiding because reducing the cost of sneak is important. For the guilds, for Fighters Guild, I have Intimidating Presence because this is helpful with PvP. This is helpful when you're doing quests, but it also reduces the stamina cost of your Fighters Guild abilities by 15%. So when you are using the Ring of Preservation, the cost is reduced by 15%. We also have Slayer, increases your weapon damage by 3% for each Fighters Guild ability slotted. Banish the Wicked, you generate 9 ultimate when you kill an undead, Daedra, or werewolf. Then I just unlock Skill Tracker and Bounty Hunter for fun. You don't really need this one, I don't think. Not really, because that's not really a damage dealing thing. You could put Trap Beast on one of your lines, but I don't. Mage's Guild, for doing quests, you want Persuasive Will. Cedric Order, none. Thieves Guild, none. Undaunted, you want the passives. Alliance War with Assault, you want the passives for doing PvP. In support, you want Combat Medic and Battle Resurrection. For racial skills, you want all of those unlocked, and then for crafting, you will want an Alchemy Medicinal Use. When using potions, resulting effects last 30% longer. And then provisioning, you want Gourmand and Connoisseur, depending on if you're using food or drink, because it adds 20 minutes to the duration of any eaten or consumed drink. Now on to champion points. Let's start here with the tower. You have 56 into Warlord, 64 into Sprinter. In the Lover, you have 75 into Mooncalf and 60 into Tenacity. The Shadow, and 15 into Shadow Word to reduce the cost of block. In the Apprentice, you have 75 in Blessed, none in the Atronach. And in the Ritual, you have 61 into Thaumaturge, 66 into Precise Strikes, 25 into Piercing, and 43 into Mighty. In the Steed, you have 61 into Ironclad, 15 into Medium Armor Focus, 16 into Spell Shield, 37 into Thick-Skinned, and 49 into Hardy and Elemental Defender. And then 43 into Quick Recovery. That's if you want to do anything with champion points. Alright, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for future content like this. Also stay tuned for a video to see this build in action. Please comment down below if you have a similar build or ideas to make PvP healer builds more effective. I look forward to hearing from you. Love you all. Bye.